Alright, big boys, it's Enrique here reporting back from the trenches, and this video is going to be all on how to turn your Instagram profile into a sales robot that converts attention 24/7, okay? And I will be specifically diving into the social selling organic content schedule that is super simple to stick with, and the actual planner that we use for clients so that they not only know what types of content to post, but more specifically what to post, when to post it, and why it actually does work. And I'm going to do a deep dive in this video. And just as a sneak peek, I will be diving deep into the types of content, how we combine YouTube micro VSLs with this, and the actual schedule in a second. But before we do that, I need to come up with an agreement with you guys, okay? The first thing is that if you get any value whatsoever, you're going to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share with all your family, okay? I'm kidding, not all of your family, but to your friends at least, okay? And of course, if you want to get access to this document, all you gotta do is come and join my free Facebook group with the link in the description. And if you don't use Facebook that much, simply follow me on Instagram or X. And I always say this, but I feel like I'm like a porn star every time that I say follow me on X. And last thing, make sure to watch this video at 2x speed so that you can get through the information just a little bit quicker and start taking action already, okay? And listen guys, I will be showing you everything, I promise. But before we do that, I need to actually tell you two very major notes, because otherwise nothing of what I'm going to say is going to make sense. Because you need to protect your attention and you shouldn't be trusting just any single advice that you see from somebody that creates content on YouTube, okay? The first thing that I need you to know is that this should be done, the content schedule and the content plan that I'll be sharing should be done while you're making at least $10,000 per month with your coaching business or with your agency. Because most people start their business and what they start doing is they simply start posting content and building a brand, quote unquote, instead of focusing on getting clients and doing the long-form content, sharing insights that they've gathered from whatever you say that they're selling, okay? Because the problem that I'm seeing nowadays is that everybody tries to fake it till they make it, instead of simply making it. Make sense? So instead of you trying to start posting reels and doing a whole bunch of content on your stories and trying to build a brand, I mean, like, what are you going to build your brand on? Like, you don't even have a brand. You don't even know anything. You're just getting started and you have clients. And that's okay. Everybody starts there. So if you're not there, all you gotta do is start focusing 100% of your time, sending cold DMs to prospects, offering an outcome to them, working for free if you need to, so that you can get some cash flow coming in. And then once you have some cash flow coming in and you actually improve your skills, you're going to be able to charge for that. Easy peasy, right? Otherwise, if you start creating content right off the bat and you try to build a brand, you are going to be an imposter. You're going to be focusing on the wrong stuff. Second thing, guys, and this is super key, and this is the elephant in the room. If you go to my IG profile, I don't do what I'm sharing in this video, okay? And before you click off the video and you say, hey, this guy is just doing some bullshit, this guy is just selling whatever he learned from somebody else, let me just tell you something. The reason why I don't do what I am sharing in this video is pretty simple. I am in a unique position where I can choose who I want to work with. And chances are that that's not you. As a matter of fact, you can go and see my client results, the best in the industry. I literally take complete beginners to 10, 15K per month businesses in record run rates. I'm able to scale 10K companies to 50K per month in a matter of months with ease, without having to do a whole bunch of different stuff, because the model and the protocols that I've put in place work phenomenally well, and I can literally just get them clients because of my client results, number one. Plus, I prefer to streamline my focus on other platforms. So for example, for me, I really love YouTube and I really like X, okay? Formerly Twitter. So again, that's the reason why I don't do this, but trust me, most of the people you see out there selling you IG DM ads, growth funnels, etc. are quite literally copying my Instagram client acquisition strategies. So of course, I can talk about that in this video and in all of the previous videos that you can watch after this. Make sense? But that out of the way, I just need you to know the reason why I don't do this, but it's not to say that because I don't do it, you shouldn't too. It means that I am in a unique position, and that's why I don't do this the way I'm explaining to you right now. That out of the way, guys, let's talk first of all about the different types of content that you can create and that you should in some way, shape, or form squeeze into the mix of your content schedule and your content calendar, so that you can not only have different types of content, but more specifically, be able to understand the rationale behind why we are going to use the example schedule that I'm going to share with you later on, okay? And listen, this is specific for Instagram, okay? This is not like the complete end-to-end organic content schedule and plan that I do for my clients. If you want something like that, make sure to let me know in the comments and let me know by liking the video. But listen guys, there are 4 major types of content on Instagram, okay? The first one is Reels. And Reels work for essentially 3 reasons. Number 1 is to get organic followers. which I wouldn't rely too much on that, to be honest, to have a wider reach and remind people that you exist. Okay, and by the way, this first round of types of content is more wide-based, is more for you to get exposure and for you to squeeze, let's say, a wider amount of people. Or YouTube, which is the micro VSL distribution that we're going to cover at the end, is more for depth, where you actually go deep and nurture your lead flow. Make sense? So first thing is Reels. Second thing is Threads, and it's not Threads the app, it's actually Threads like different carousels, let's say, of text-based Twitter-like posts, where you're going to nurture your existing lead flow and generate leads. Number 3 is going to be your tweets, okay? Tweets can be like personal thoughts and opinions, where you basically demonstrate personality so that people know that you're an actual human being, not only a salesman. And number 4, stories, okay? And the purpose of you using stories is to connect with your audience and generate opportunities that are easy to engage with, okay? Because that's the magic of Instagram. And this is honestly, in all of the personality-based applications, social media apps, the reason why I believe Instagram is the most powerful, and it is simply because of the fact that you can, in real time, share whatever you're doing in 24 hours, and people can engage with you and have the feeling or that sense of community with you, okay? So those are the 4 types of content. On top of this, every now and then you might want to sparkle in some normal posts so that, you know, people don't only see you like this person that has a super strict content schedule. You want to share things about, I don't know, your dog, for example. If you go to my Instagram, just as an example, what you're going to be able to see is, well, first of all, I don't follow this shit, right? But the first thing that I will let you know is, you see, I upload pictures of my dog, I upload reels me deadlifting more than you can ever have. I'm kidding. Me drinking some coffee with my good old Crocs. Makes sense? So this is some of the things that make people go like, oh shit, like Rick likes Crocs, I also like Crocs. Man, this guy is worth following. Okay, or this guy is a little bit better in my eyes now. You see, this is the effect we want to have. So knowing the different types of content, let's talk about the, let's say, quantity of posts that we're going to do every single week of each, and the goal of every type of post, okay? So when it comes to reels, we might want to do anywhere between 3 to 7 reels per week, and these reels can be how-tos, okay? I call them how-tos. These have a mass appeal, explaining a transformation that you did for your clients, a certain outcome that you can get after following a certain strategy, whatever it might be. You might want to sparkle controversy, and you want to tell stories, okay? The problem is that most people do reels that are just like, hey, here's how my Instagram growth funnel is going to convert your Instagram into an autopilot and get you clients. And all the reels literally talk about the same thing. Instead, what you want to do is, for example, sparkling in some, hey, here's how my client did X, Y, and Z. Here's how I did following this separate approach that nobody has ever talked about. Here's the story of how lifting weights allowed me to become a better entrepreneur, especially one time that I was doing a muscle up in LA Fitness. I don't know, you see? Something that is very specific and that makes people almost feel like they're next to you when you're doing the reel. And the goal of this type of reels or this type of content is reach the highest amount of specific people. Keyword there, specific. If you are simply talking about, I don't know, like, here's how you can get clients on Instagram, that has a whole bunch of people who could be interested, but the Instagram algorithm is never going to show that content to the people who you can work with, and ultimately you can get as clients. And remember, not only this video, but my entire channel is about how you can actually do get customers, about how to set up operations that allow you to scale, and how to actually create that type of content that makes people want to buy. If you're just looking to get like hungry comments from girls or boys saying that you are a sexy individual, this is not the channel for you, my friend, okay? So this is the first type, okay, reels. Second is going to be threads. Like I mentioned, this is not Threads the app, it's threads, different points that you're going to share and go over. And when it comes to these guys, the reality is very simple. Threads, you're going to post twice per week, because what threads allow you to do is break down a certain topic in simple terms. And this can be like expert opinions breaking down certain stuff. Like, for example, if I were to make a thread, me having my own core beliefs, me knowing about what my offer is all about, etc., I would start to make a thread arguing why YouTube long-form content is better than TikTok trends in 2023. You see, something that is very specific, and people who are in my niche who might eventually want to buy from me, the moment that they read that, they're going to go like, oh shit, man, like, I was thinking about doing TikTok because of this trend that I saw the other day. This guy saying YouTube long form is better than that. Oh, let me see what this guy is talking about. He might go and visit my profile, and from the long form YouTube micro VSL distribution that I'm doing on a weekly basis, they're going to go like, oh shit, man, I need to buy from this sexy guy, okay? That's what you gotta do with threads, and essentially, you know, what you gotta do is demonstrate insider's knowledge, okay? Now, when it comes to tweets, you can do 3 tweets per week, and what you gotta do is simply share opinions, quick tips, and memes. And what you gotta do is simply entertain and connect with your ideal audience at an emotional level. And stories, this is like your bread and butter, because stories, you're going to be doing anywhere between 3 to 2 per day. And the goal of this type of content is, number 1, connect with your audience, and number 2, actual lead generation with the people who follow you or who see your stories. Let's say that you have 1,000 followers, 20 people engage with that shit, and then you reach out to them, okay? And listen, what you gotta do on top of just the selling content is document your daily activities, personality, behind the scenes type of content, share wins, and once per week share a more info poll to reach out to lowest hanging fruit. That's essentially the wide approach to content creation. I want to now talk about how you can leverage and why you need to leverage, because YouTube is what is going to do the selling for you guys. Remember that? So what I'm going to show you is how now you're going to start adding YouTube into the mix, so that not only you're getting the efforts or the process of your auto converting funnel, in this case Instagram, but more specifically how you're going to channel the traffic to YouTube so that you can start building an actual nurturing tool on your arsenal. Okay, so guys, essentially what you're going to do is the follow. You're going to create 1 to 2 YouTube videos per week, ideally 2, ideally 3, honestly, but let's say minimum 1. And if you have a business to run and you're pretty busy, I would say 2 YouTube videos per week. Okay, per YouTube video you're going to create 1 story sending people straight to that video, similar to what I do essentially every time that I create a YouTube video. Let me show you. You're going to create 1 of these stories. Look, you see, I just literally do a screenshot of the YouTube video for that day, and I add the link here so that people can go and watch the YouTube video. Pretty straightforward, but pretty effective. Don't get it twisted. And I will also create a 30-second BSL outline in the video. Okay, this is something that I don't do, but this is something that you could do and that you should be doing, because that way you can get more reach and it can also add to the virality. You can use that video either as a testing of the angle that you're going to use for the YouTube video, or if you know that the YouTube video in itself, the headline is tested, the hook is tested, then just as an extra layer for people to go and watch the video. Okay, so for example, did you notice how at the beginning of this video I said, hey, this video is going to be on how to turn your Instagram profile into a sales robot that converts attention 24/7. Then, guess what? You can simply, I mean, of course, this video is going to be like, I don't know, 20 minutes long or whatever it might be. Of course, you're not going to do a reel of 30 minutes, but you can actually make a reel saying something like, coaches and agents, you make a video on how you can turn your Instagram profile into a 24/7 robot. I don't know, whatever the hook was. And then immediately after, you're going to say, and listen, in this video, and you can actually use a background, you know, scrolling on the document that you use for a video, explaining or sharing some of the resources you use for that specific video. And then what you're going to say is simply, so I just made a YouTube video that is going to show you how to use social selling organic content and simple to stick schedule to plan your content and get customers from Instagram specifically. I even add a content schedule that you can plug and play. If you're interested in getting it, simply go to my latest YouTube video using the link in my description. You see, that will be your reel, and that's going to essentially be a mini VSL sending people to the micro VSL that is on your YouTube channel, okay? And that's how you're going to channel your followers and your traffic to your YouTube, and your YouTube is going to send all of the call to actions, essentially. Okay, guys? Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but pretty fucking impressive. And these 2 different types of posts here on Instagram are going to send people back to the YouTube video. Make sense? That's pretty straightforward. And now, just to finish the video, I want to show you the actual content schedule that I would recommend for most of you guys. So what you will be doing, and again, so listen guys, this is if you are making more than 10K per month. If you are not there, I wouldn't bother doing this bunch of content, because honestly you need to get focused on getting customers, and you will be better off just by raw dogging outreach, getting your first couple of clients, start pouring money into ads so that you can have people actually seeing the content you're creating. Make sense? But again, that out of the way, what I would start doing is, again, something like Monday and Tuesday reels, Thursday and Friday reels, and optional reels on Saturday. I would do also on Mondays 1 tweet, on Wednesday 1 tweet, and on Friday 1 tweet. And then on Tuesday you can do a thread, and on Friday you can do another thread. And the reason why this is a schedule like this, guys, is pretty straightforward. The reason why is because from the YouTube video that you created anyways, you can create a reel the next day so that you have only one effort, and the actual thread that you create can be just a written format explaining what you talked about in your YouTube video. Make sense? So all of your effort is just made in creating the 2 YouTube videos, repurposing that video into an actual 1-minute micro VSL where you're going to outline what you are going to discuss in the video, sending people back to the video, and the actual thread is going to go over the major points that you can share in there. Make sense? And that's honestly all you gotta do, guys. Super simple. And yeah, guys, that will be it for this video. If you run a marketing agency or a coaching business and you actually want our help streamlining your operations, getting more customers, and you're focusing on the stuff that matters to actually scale your company, you can go and see what we have in stock for you with the link in the description. We should want to explain a little bit more of what our offer looks like. But let me just explain really quickly. We have two offers. If you're making more than 15, 20K per month, your biggest bottleneck is simply your traffic, your actual conversion process. Chances are that you're really good at sales. So if that's you, that's pretty awesome. I going to run the ads for you. We're going to book appointments for you with our done for you appointment setters. And we're also going to plan your organic content so that we can build this conversion mechanism. And we're only going to charge a small retainer plus profit share on the actual profit you make. If you're not there yet, no worries. We actually have a downsell option where instead of we doing that, what we do is that we actually help you create your perfect offer. We're going to help you how to get your first couple of clients, scale to 10 and 15K per month, start to get good at sales. You still license all of our organic and paid systems to get clients and scale by yourself. Is that what you want? But at that point, you want to actually work with us where we actually do the done for you heavy lifting like I discussed previously. You will be upsell, let's say, to our main offer, okay? That would be the two ways in which we can help you. We are very operations-wise so that you can actually just come and get on many clients as you like without having to break your fulfillment in the backend. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments. Follow me on X or Instagram, whatever you prefer. And make sure to join my free Facebook where you can post content, engage with our community, and ask any question you might have, okay? Without further ado, let's just end the video here and see you guys in the next one. Bye.